Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome to Menace Tube. This is the first installment of Fight Predictions. I'm here with Faze Sensei.
What's up, guys? Faze Sensei here.
And we're going to go over some fight predictions for International Fight Week. Let's get to the card that International Fight Week is all about. UFC 200. And we're not going to just go over the main event. We're going from the bottom to the top on this one.
Oh, okay. Let's do this.
Starting with Jim Miller versus Takanori Gomi.
Want me to go first?
Sure.
I got Jim Miller. I didn't even know. You said Gomi. I was like, is this the same guy from Pride? I don't want to be like,
hang on.
Guy could destroy me,
and that is the same guy from Pride. This guy's been fighting forever. So hang on. Jim Miller has been fighting for a very, very long time as well,
yes.
But not as long as Gomi. Gomi is he a dinosaur in the MMA world? But I mean, with that comes experience,
yes,
which is a huge thing in terms of being comfortable.
Yes.
And using your experience to win. So you've got Jim Miller, 25-8.
Yes.
35-11 is Gomi. I'm going to go with Jim Miller as well. I think he's a little bit more of a grinder on his feet, and he is a very good jiu-jitsu guy. So I mean, I highly doubt Gomi's going to be able to tap him.
I feel like Gomi's like. I feel like at this place when I see fighters who are like old school, they're just like still fighting because they just like want to fight, not necessarily like hungry to get like to build up in the ranks or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it also might be like, what else can Gomi do except for fight?
Right, exactly. That's what I mean.
Like, I don't think he's going to be able to, work a desk job.
Hell no. And teach maybe.
Next fight.
Oh.
Menace versus Thiago Santos.
Want me to go?
Yeah.
I'm biased. I'm going with is it Musashi? How you say?
Yep.
I'll go with Musashi. I'm a big fan of him. He's striking.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Thiago, so I could be just like shooting the wind here. But 30. How many
38
fights?
6. Yeah. The
beast.
The dude's got some fights under his belt. Versus Thiago, who has very few losses. He doesn't know how to lose very well. 13-3. I'm going to go with Menace as well. I think he's the favorite in the card, and I think his striking. He keeps guys at distance, and he's a well-rounded fighter. I think Menace wins.
Did he just come off a loss too? I think he really wants to. I feel like when the last time I watched him, he came off a loss and he should have won. I feel like people come off those fights really well.
Yeah. Next fight. This one's on paper is a barn burner. It's supposed to be fight of the night.
Yep.
And if you guessed, it's Diego Sanchez versus Joe Lozon.
Animals, dude. Animals. I'm a big fan of Joe because he kind of put like mass on the spot in terms of like, because I'm from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
For like MMA and stuff like that. Like a Boston boy from Somerville. I trained with him actually because he's a big fan of optics, so he's really into like esports and the gaming community. So I was able to. He was funny. We told him you have some gamers coming to train, and then I went there with Tommy, and then so he was expecting like a little nerdy gamers. So I was a little bit better than what he expected. But two grinders, dude. If you ever watched the Diego Sanchez or Joe Lozon fight, it's going to be entertaining.
There'll probably be blood.
So much blood.
Oh yeah, and there will be blood.
I got to go with Joe. I love Diego, but I got to go with Joe. I can't.
I'm going to go with Joe Lozon as well. Diego Sanchez is definitely a grinder, but sometimes he throws technique out the window in terms of like let's get after it. I'm a tough guy. Whereas Joe Lozon is very he's definitely a grinder, and he's definitely game to bang. But while you're banging with him, watch out for your arm, watch out for your neck, because he will break that shit.
High level.
So I'm going Joe Lozon.
Isn't he like tied for like most? He's up there for like the most submission wins in UFC history.
He's up there for most bonuses. The dude's got like 13 bonuses. Fight nights.
Animal.
Submission nights, Okay. Next fight, we got Sage Northcutt versus Enrique Marin.
You go first.
I'm going to have to go with Enrique. This is the first time I'm hearing of his name.
Okay.
Sage is, he's still very young. I just think he got thrown on a high platform a little too soon. But in his defense, the man has been traveling, and he knows where he's not good, and he's been working those things. So I know he's been up at TriStar.
Yep.
I know he's been down in the floor with the Black Zillions, and he also was going to have one of our fellow guys, Chris Wade. He's going to fly him down to Texas to get some work on his wrestling. So he's definitely hungry. He's definitely trying to get better. So if there's a new improved Sage, we'll find out come July 9th.
I'm going to go with Sage. See, Sage came from my neck of the woods.
Okay.
Competition, karate, striking. I've known Sage for like a long time. And I know like his friends came to show people, these names aren't ringing a bell, but all like competition karate forms and then all like point sparring and stuff like that. He came from that background. Wonder Boy, Raymond Daniels. I've known Raymond Daniels for a long time. I'm happy to see guys like this who are strikers or came from like that karate background.
McGregor kind of fights like that.
Yes. McGregor started as a boxer. These guys are like, because you see how Sage opened up lead leg side kick, a lot of lead leg strikes.
Yep.
But obviously, wrestling, jiu-jitsu is like their weakness. So I got to go with Sage because I've known of him for a long time, and it's kind of like, like Milo style. So I hope he comes up with a win, but I hope.
If Enrique goes out there, grabs a hold of Sage, throws him down, he wins.
Yeah, 100%.
If Northcutt keeps him at distance, we'll see.
Yes.
Moving forward, we got TJ Dillashaw versus Rafael Assunção. How do you say that name?
Sunset.
What?
Sunset.
Assunção. So TJ Dillashaw being a former UFC bantamweight champion,
Yes.
fighting Rafael, who on TJ's way to becoming the champion. Before losing to TJ Dillashaw, his only loss is to Rafael.
Oh.
Very close fight.
Kind of changed my mind now.
So where are you at with this?
I was like 100% TJ. I don't know too much about Rafael, but you just like said that. How did he lose? How did he lose, Rafael?
Decision.
Okay, decision.
And it was early in TJ? I think it was a split.
Was it early in TJ's?
Probably like his third fight after the Ultimate, somewhere around there.
Well, I see TJ as like that. He's like a decision winner. I feel like in terms of the way that he fights. He does finish, but I feel like in terms of like the way that he fights, he wants to. You know what I mean?
He wants to take a deep water.
Yeah, deep water, bigger shots. So I'm gonna go with TJ. He came off a loss. He's gonna be really hungry, and especially losing from this guy again. Get some good experience. I'm not an experienced fighter, but do you feel like when I don't know, have you ever fought the same person twice? Yeah.
No.
No, I was trying to get the
Yeah.
inside there, but
Yeah.
I want to see if did you feel more confident? Even if you lost, maybe you feel more confident.
I've wrestled the same person twice, and there is like, he beat me, like, and there's like, let me get it.
Yeah.
But there's also like, I don't know.
And obviously better.
I obviously go out there every time and I'm putting it all on the line. Win or lose, draw. But sometimes when you're losing, like, is this the way it's supposed to be? You're trying to get it.
What do you got?
I got TJ. I think, like you said, he's hungry off his loss. I like his style. He's come up with this new switch foot style, which made him the champion, I feel. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he was fighting that way when he fought Rafael the first time. He was very one-dimensional in his striking. So I think his movement is going to now be a different problem. Moving on to the next fight. On UFC 200, we have former UFC welterweight champion in Johnny Hendricks versus tough winner Calvin Gastelum.
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Heavy hands. This thing is just like super, super heavy hands. Calvin can't make weight.
Hang on.
Throwing him under the bus there. That's how
Johnny Hendricks on that same card that they fought on before when Calvin missed weight.
Yes.
So did Johnny Hendricks.
Oh.
So did I. But this no. I stripped the britches. I made weight.
Okay. Johnny, last fight against Wonder Boy, it was weird. Obviously, he was like getting shots on him all. He was getting tagged and stuff like that. But he kind of just like his attitude. I feel like he didn't go for it. It was weird. It wasn't like the same Johnny Hendricks that just even though he was getting tagged, he seemed to fold under it. And I feel I kind of know it's like whoever lands the shot first to me, in this fight because they both have super heavy hands. Kevin moves really well on his feet. His footwork is good, even though he's bigger, he's heavier. He puts things together. He strikes and moves very well. Whenever I saw him fight against was it Woodley, but Woodley just wanted to win that because he fought it very technical because. He fought. Yeah. He was overweight.
So both have wrestling backgrounds. Calvin was I believe he was an Arizona State champion. Has trouble making weight sometimes, but so does Johnny Hendricks at 170. So they both have very good wrestling. Mm-hmm. Now, if they were to step on the mat and wrestle, Johnny Hendricks would hand him his ass.
Gotcha.
But this is MMA.
Yep.
So MMA wrestling is very different, which I think they're both pretty equal.
Okay.
Johnny Hendricks, however, does not use his wrestling MMA. He wants to sit there and bang. Right?
Yeah.
So for any wrestler, being a wrestler, and I've seen it happen time to time, a very, very high level wrestler lands a big shot, knocks a guy out, and was like, man, that was way easier than taking the guy down and grinding him out and, trying to land and knock a guy standing. So a lot of times you see a high level wrestlers who have some knockouts on the belt go, you know what, it's easier on my lungs, it's easier to stand here and bang and it's an easier finish.
Especially if you have heavy hands like him.
So, if we see Johnny Hendricks go back to where he originated from in his wrestling and take Gastelum and dump him on his head and grind him out, I think he could win. However, being a southpaw, he does have very, very heavy hands as well. Gastelum is a mover. He's a goer. You can't count him out. On paper, he was supposed to lose to,
was it his last fight?
No, the tough finale. He was supposed to lose to
Uriah Hall.
Uriah Hall.
He beat Uriah?
And grinded him out and beat him.
That's right.
And he's only has 2 losses. So, I mean, you can't count him out.
No, he's a beast.
So, I mean, if Johnny Hendricks is on his way down and Gastelum's on his way up, Gastelum can win. I like them both. I actually like Gastelum better. I spent some time with him in Mexico City. Super sweetheart, great guy. He's got a great camp. All those guys are really nice. And he's very young.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, how old is he?
He's very young.
He is very young.
You know what?
Who do you pick? I got Gastelum.
I'm going to go Gastelum.
I don't know if I already picked him.
I'm going to go Gastelum. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Johnny Hendricks to win, so I'm going to go Gastelum. Next fight, we got Kat Zingano versus Juliana Penne.
Is it Penne or Pena?
Penne.
It's Pena.
I'm going to say Penne. All right, who do you got?
Are we Puerto Rican? Come on, we got to get this right.
Who do you got?
I got...
Penne's 8-2. Zingano's 9-1.
I got Zingano. I feel like
I'm going Zingano as well. I feel like her loss to Ronda Rousey was quick. You know what I mean? She didn't really get time to get in there and mix it up.
As soon as she ran out, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It happens. Part of the fight game.
Yeah.
Next fight, we got Cain Velasquez versus Travis Brown.
Dude, I got Cain. Cain just came up. He fought Mexico with the whole, what is it called? I don't know what it is.
The altitude.
The altitude elevation.
2 miles. Super up there.
Jeez.
I fought there, and the wind is very thin.
He was moving. I don't know how he was moving.
The air is tough.
Looked like me out there earlier.
Yeah. Cain's 13-2. Travis Brown is 18-3.
Travis Brown's like 6'7", isn't he?
Yes.
I think Cain's just going to get in there, grind him, and it's going to be like an easier win.
Yeah. Travis Brown isn't awesome off his back, and Cain is very good on taking people down, putting them on their back, and keeping them there. Now, Cain also has super heavy hands, and Travis Brown does too. They're both heavyweights.
They're super heavy everything.
Yeah.
Elbows.
Yeah.
Hands.
So, but I'm going with the former heavyweight champion, Cain Velasquez.
I think, especially coming off the loss too.
Yeah, he's hungry.
He's heated.
He's pissed.
He's heated.
Next fight, we got former featherweight UFC champion in Jose Aldo versus former lightweight UFC champion Frankie Edgar. Last time they fought, Jose Aldo won.
Was it a decision or no?
It was a decision.
Split, right? No. Remember that.
Was not split. Unanimous.
Unanimous?
Yep.
I'll go. I'm very disappointed that Jose lost against Conor. I think his game plan was good. This is my personal opinion, really quick. If you find a guy at southpaw who likes to throw straight left hands, you don't really want to throw it over the top. The first punch he threw was the left hand over the top, which like if I'm throwing like a back straight, as soon as you throw something over the top, I'm just going to like counter and throw it straight.
Out of 1 million times, that's how that fight goes, that one time. Yeah. Every other time, it's going to be a way different fight. Yeah. Not saying that Conor loses or wins, but it's not going that way.
No, definitely. I thought he was going to jump over it. But anyways, I got Frankie.
Frankie.
I got Frankie. I think Frankie's really hungry. I don't know. Jose hasn't lost, and he's got like knocked out, so I'm not sure he's going to bounce off. So I'm kind of like hesitant there. How he's going to bounce off, getting like knocked out in 14 seconds? He's going to come out too hungry. What's going to happen when if he gets hit? 'Cause I think he's going to get caught. I think they both might, but I feel like Frankie's he really wants. I think he might want it more. I don't know.
So Frankie Edgar has a very high level wrestling background as well. He was an All-American at Rutgers University, and but Jose Aldo has freaky hips. The guy, his wrestling defense is money. He's also a black belt. We are yet to see him off his back get a submission in MMA or in the UFC, but he's a very good Muay Thai fighter as well. Heavy leg kicks, and that's really what slowed Frankie down the first time, landing those leg kicks, and Frankie couldn't move like he was able to. Now, with the PEDs being banned, I don't know. I tell you what, I met Frankie Edgar, super sweet guy, awesome dude. I would actually call him one of my friends. I would imagine he's a very clean guy. I don't know what goes on over there in Brazil.
Yeah,
I can't say. So, if Aldo was never taking PEDs, I think he wins this fight. If Aldo was taking PEDs and now he's not because of the new rules, I'm saying Frankie. So, I mean, my overall pick, I would like to say that both fighters are honest. I want Frankie Edgar to win more. I like him. That's who I'm going for. But Jose Aldo is a problem.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say former featherweight Jose. Next fight, we've got women's bantamweight champion Miesha Tate versus Brazilian Amanda Nunez.
I haven't seen Amanda fight too much, but I have like a weird feeling. It's like a new trend with like people like a fight that's like supposed to be the one person to win, and then they lose.
Yeah.
So like the way that trend is going, I feel like this may seem like an easier fight. I don't think Misha's gonna like underestimate her, but I feel like this is just like been like the trend of like the underdog, and I want to say Miesha because I put like my money on her, but I feel like Amanda would come out. 'Cause I feel like this is like Miesha should have fought Holly again or something else. You know, it always like should Amanda have gotten the shot, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm going with the underdog. I feel like Miesha might underestimate a little bit. The hype, she's a champion now. She has been a champion. I feel like the new trend.
So
she may steal it.
Okay. So I watched Nunez versus Zingano some time ago, and she came out and put it on Zingano in the first round tough. Then Zingano said, enough of that. She put it on her. She wins 2-3. So Nunez does have what it takes to get in there and bang.
Yeah.
I just think Miesha Tate is a little bit more of a... She's very, very well-rounded. I've worked with her before. She's super tough. She's hungry. She's very smart, humble. I like Miesha Tate. And still.
Can't argue with that.
Yep. Moving to the co-main event. In the WWE. Brock Lesnar, former heavyweight UFC champion, versus Mark Hunt. What do you got?
I got Mark. I love Mark Hunt. He was a kickboxer.
Let me pause real quick.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I heard rumors that Lesnar said, yes, I'll fight. Not taking any drug tests though.
Yeah, because didn't he got a pass?
That's what I heard.
And they were just like, okay, I guess.
That's what I heard.
I don't think anyone is like arguing that. No one's gonna sit here and be like, I don't think, you know what I mean? I think everyone. I don't think
now,
person on the planet doesn't think Brock.
Brock Lesnar, former NCAA champion, multi-time All-American. The man's a freak of nature, you know. So he's got a lot of cage rust, they call it. He hasn't fought in an octagon in some time. And then Mark Hunt is a sniper. He finds your chin from weird angles, and he's got the signature walk-off. When he knows he hits a guy and continues to walk past him, and as they're falling, he knows he knocked them off. Now, having the ability to do that is something else. I think Mark Hunt could beat anybody in the heavyweight division, even the champion, on any given night.
Definitely.
However, I don't feel as if he's consistent enough to do it time and time again, and that's the only reason why Mark Hunt is not the champion.
Yep.
Because, styles make fights, and again, that heavyweight weight class. You
It's
throw something,
wild.
and yeah.
I don't know if Mark can get to it. Again, Brock, obviously, much better wrestler. I don't know in terms of like Mark is getting back to his feet, but Brock doesn't like getting hit. Like I know when that's
He
but
does
like
not.
he like really cowers, and if Mark catches him with something,
Yes.
that's game over.
Mark is also very good at maintaining distance.
Yes.
Now, the only way Brock Lesnar wins, he takes Hunt down, first round, holds him. Takes him down, second round, holds him. Takes him down, third round, holds him. That's how Brock Lesnar wins.
I feel it.
Can he do that, though? I got my money on Mark Hunt.
Me too. I'll put my money on Mark.
Now, to the main event.
Oh.
There's bad blood here.
Extremely bad blood.
Black on black crime. Some may say. Daniel Cormier versus John Jones.
Oh.
Cormier being the champion this time.
Yes.
Do we have and still or John Jones is the interim
Yes.
champion.
Oh, I'll go first. I got John Jones. I don't know. It was weird. I remember the last fight, the way it ended. Like Jones put his hands up and like DC like stopped and then Jones hit him. You remember the end? It was weird.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. DC like he grinds, but like I just think Jones is he's whenever I watch him, he's very like interesting. Like he really likes to fight. He's got like a weirdness to him, like in a way that like he enjoys it. Where like I feel like DC does, but it's like more of the sport. I don't know.
Jones kind of tortures people.
Yeah,
Until
like,
he knocks them out. Like, let me kick you in the knee. Let me hit you here. Like,
yeah, he doesn't mind.
He doesn't-
like, snapping you like
Yeah.
or, like breaking your bones.
then he'll grind you for a little period. Then
Yeah.
he'll hang out and make you come. Like he's
Yeah.
very hard to train for. I met both gentlemen. Jones is very funny. He's a funny guy. Cormier is very funny as well. Both of them are really nice guys. Both of them have very good wrestling background. Cormier, if they were wrestle on the mat, Cormier beats him.
Oh yeah.
But MMA wrestling is way different than wrestling, freestyle wrestling, folk style wrestling. Man, I like DC a lot. I like John Jones a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say, and new,
And Jones.
John Jones.
Yes.